Hey y'all, this Willie Bill. I got a review for you today, and it is of this tiny bottle. You know this is a tiny bottle because I can put it next to a standard bottle, and you could see it is quite a bit smaller. Now I know I'm a very perceptive individual, and I recognize things like this, but hopefully I can share with you the ability to also make an observation as detailed as this one, where we've determined that this bottle is smaller than that one. Both these bottles are from a company called Nalgene. They seem to be like a standard for plastic bottles. I got lots of different like metal bottles, Yeti and Clean Canteen, things like that. And a lot of them are good. Every now and then you find one that's not so great. As far as plastic bottle goes, I don't really bother with anybody but Nalgene, because these ones is all good. They've been doing it a long time. I had one like this size that I ran over with my truck once. It flattened the thing out. It was surprising how damaged it was, and the darn thing still didn't leak, which I wouldn't expect that. If I run over a bottle with a truck, I'm gonna understand that it might not be such a good bottle anymore. And it was trashed. I mean, you couldn't hold it, didn't fit in the bag anymore. It was all misshapen, but it didn't leak. So that says to me that if I have a bottle and anything happens to it less than getting run over by a truck, it's going to be fine. And if that's the case, then I feel real comfortable closing that bottle up and sticking it in my backpack and knowing it's not going to leak all over the place. And that's pretty much what I'm looking for in a bottle. I get nervous putting a hydration bladder inside like a pack that I really need to keep dry. If I go out, mountain bike, something like that, I'm very willing to accept the risk of a leak, with a small pack that just has a little bit of gear in it. But like backpacking, I would prefer to have bottles because I know they're not going to leak. And Nalgene's where I go. So this review here is for this guy. This is a tiny bottle, and they don't sell it that way. They sell it as a, I believe they call it a 16 ounce. I see it marked here to 14, which tells me it's probably 16 to the top. Knowing that that's a 32 ounce bottle, it makes sense. This is half of 16. The reason I got a tiny bottle was because I realized that I've become used to using like a sports drink. There's a company called Tailwind. What are the other ones? There's like Scratch. And I don't know. There's a bunch. And a bunch of them are good. I like Tailwind. And I don't want to put that necessarily. I don't need 32 ounces of that stuff. Usually I fill up my bike bottle and I just have 16, 18, 20 ounce bottle of that, and then I'll have a Camelback full of a larger, of just water. Now when I'm backpacking or hiking, I don't usually bring a bike bottle because I don't trust they're not going to leak if I stick it inside my backpack. So when I realized Nalgene was making a tiny bottle, I said, hey, well, there's the answer. And I grabbed a couple. So I used one of these recently on a motorcycle trip. Again, because I'm worried that it might leak inside my bike bag, motorcycle pack. Sorry. And I don't want all my other gear to get Tailwind all over it. Stuff's a mess. So, tiny bottle. This thing operates exactly the same way as a larger bottle. Lid unscrews. It doesn't get lost. You screw it back on. This goofy little strap that holds it in place is surprisingly durable, and you can swing them around on that, and for some reason they don't seem to fail, which honestly is beyond me, because I'd expect this would only be strong enough to not lose your lid. I guess if you're going to make a pretty simple product, you can make sure all the functionality's there that you'd hope for. Looks like these, it says right here, made in USA. That's nice. It's nice that I'm supporting domestic manufacturing. Actually surprised to see that, so cool, good on you, Nalgene. BPA free, and this one is an REI branded bottle, which I don't think makes any difference on its ability to function, but REI is a store that I go to, and they're nice there and usually take good care of me too. So I'm all in for this. It's just a small version of one of these bottles, and these bottles I found are near indestructible. So pick your color, get one you think looks cool, and you can trust that the thing won't leak. And that's about what a Nalgene bottle is. Half the size of that one, great for like sports drinks, and I'll say that's about all there is to it. Yeah, I wish I had some clever quip or something real amusing to share about this bottle and its functionality, and how, you know, make sure you fill it in the hole in the top and not don't try and fill it from the not a hole in the bottom. But that's a ridiculous thing to say, so we're not going to bother with that. Tiny bottle, works great. Nalgene makes a good bottle, and that's about all there is. So meet your needs, go get one. Hope you enjoyed the review. We'll be here again next week reviewing something else. I hope you're subscribed, tell your friends, and yeah, get outside, go do some stuff. We'll see you soon. All right, take care.